In this video, I'm going to show you how to speed up your ordering process using the favourites functionality. As you can see, I'm in this patient here called test patient 22, and I'm open on the inpatient summary end page. If you open up the widget here, new order entry, you'll see that what it's displaying is my favourites folders. These are favourites that I've saved and then organised into favourites. I'm a PICU consultant, so these are things that I've saved along the way as I've been ordering them. So I'm going to go into my PICU folder. So this is my PICU diagnostics folder, and I'm going to order a clotting screen. So I'm going to press order, and then I'm going to click this green button here, which is orders for signature. I'm going to associate the diagnosis of acute coronary syndrome to this, and then I'm going to sign it. I partially completed this order, but it's still indicating that I've got further information that I need to supply by this blue dot with a white cross through it. So I'll open up the order, and it's basically asking me to submit the clinical details. I'm going to put bleeding, and if the patient's on anticoagulant therapy and they're not, I now sign, and that order has been made. If you go back into the folder and back into the order, back into the signature, sign again, which will take me back into the order, I can see that there's two mandatory fields that have not been filled in here, the anticoagulant therapy and the clinical details. That's because these will differ for each patient. However, the generic content, i.e. my bleep number, the specimen type, collection priority, etc., I'd already pre-filled by creating a favourite at the point where I'd already filled in this information. This is quite important. I'll go into and explain this to you a little bit later when we go in to talk about how you create favourites and then sort out your favourites. So let's cancel this now and go back to the end page. So this is quite useful within the summary end page to make a quick order from my favourites. There's also additional functionality. If you go into the Quick Orders tab on the top of the summary end pages, again we have the same widget, the same functionality showing my favourites folders, but I'm in the neurosurgery Quick Orders. There's a number of Quick Orders profiles for the live areas at the moment: neurosurgery, nephrology, cardiology, etc. What, in addition to my favourites, I also see specific orders for the specialty, which have been selected by the specialty as order sets. The other thing that I can also do, which is quite useful, is I can go into another clinician's favourites folders. So if I'm a junior doctor working for a specific consultant, I could go into the consultant's favourites folders and choose from their repertoire of favourites. So I'm going to go into other clinicians and I'm going to choose Dr. Papula. From renal, and I can see that Dr. Papula has got a number of favourites stored within her profile, which I can then go ahead and order if I was one of her junior doctors. So that's useful functionality, and that's in the summary view in the Quick Orders section. So now I'm going to go back to tell you how to organise, to set up your favourites and then organise them. So you go into Orders, as you would make a manual order, then go into Add, and then choose the order that you want to save to your favourites. So let's order an X-ray chest. Okay, select that, get rid of this box because I want you to see all the details. So it's asking me for to fill in the mandatory fields. So I'm going to put in my bleep number. I'm going to say that I usually order inpatient, so I'm going to select inpatient, and it's going to be performed in main radiology, but I'm going to leave the isolation precautions and the clinical history blank, because this may change from patient to patient. So I then go to the order line above and then right click and add to favourites. Now it'll add to favourites with all the details that I've added up to the point that I add to favourites. So if I was to complete the isolation precautions and the clinical history, for instance, if you're always ordering a chest x-ray for the same clinical indication, you could also add that detail to your favourites. So I'm going to add that to my favourites and choose where it goes. It's going to go into my diagnostics folder and click OK. I'm now going to get rid of this order because I don't really want to order it, and I can go back to add, and I can see that that order has now appeared in my favourites profile. If I want to organise my favourites, I just go to the button next to the star, which is the favourites icon, and click on Organise Favourites, and I can basically create new folders and also add new tests to existing folders. So that's how to set up your favourites, how to organise your favourites, how to use the Quick Orders tab in the summary view, and how to use the new order entry widget in the inpatient summary view, and hopefully that will speed up ordering of diagnostic tests for you.